Who has ever seen St. Joseph? There haven't been many apparitions of St. Joseph. But it has happened that the Holy Patriarch has manifested himself, almost always together with Mary and Jesus. A quiet presence in the lives of Jesus and Mary, St. Joseph continues to watch over the Church discreetly. His most famous apparition is the one at Fatima. It was on October 13th, 1917, on the day of the miracle of the sun. The few known manifestations of St. Joseph are always silent. Although various messages have been attributed to him, not officially recognized by the Church. In Ireland, in Knock, on August 21st, 1879, Our Lady appeared with St. Joseph and with St. John the Evangelist. It was a silent apparition without messages. The Blessed Mother was in a manner of prayer, and St. Joseph was at her right hand, dressed in a white tunic, with his head tilted forward towards her in an attitude of respect. The only exception in the apparitions of St. Joseph is the apparition of Codignac, France. It's the only one recognized by the Church in which St. Joseph appears alone. The year was 1660. A local shepherd was in the fields with his flock. It was a very hot day, but there was no water for him to satisfy his thirst. A man appeared to him suddenly and pointed to a boulder and said, "I am Joseph, lift it and drink." It was a huge boulder, and it should have taken 10 men to move it. But the shepherd managed to easily lift it and drink from a stream that had never been there before. It had suddenly welled up from under the boulder. When he got back, Joseph was no longer there. Within a few years, a shrine was built there dedicated to Mary's spouse. Since then, the miraculous spring of Codignac has been the destination of pilgrims and of popular devotions, and a source of miraculous healings. This is the only recognized apparition of St. Joseph. These are also the only words of his that we know, since the Gospels don't record any. Other apparitions of St. Joseph are at the origin of great shrines. One example is in Kalisz, in Poland. In 1670, a gravely ill man prayed to St. Joseph. The following night, a man, later recognized as St. Joseph, came to him telling him that he'd be healed if he commissioned a painting of the Holy Family for the Collegiate Church of Kalisz. That's what he did, and Kalisz became a great shrine. However, the largest basilica in the world dedicated to St. Joseph is the Oratory in Montreal, Canada. Its construction is tied to the name and story of Brother André Bessette, a member of the Congregation of the Holy Cross, who became the apostle of St. Joseph. His initiative led to the construction of a chapel in honor of St. Joseph, where a grand basilica is now.